Hi, I'm Taylor. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to talk today about one of the favorite foods of Malaysia called Roti Canai. Now, it's going to be extremely familiar to all of my Malaysian watchers, but maybe not so much to people outside the country. Come along with me while I sample what's available. Okay, Roti Canai is a popular snack food or breakfast food in Southeast Asia, and it was brought here by the South Indians known as the mamak. They now even call the restaurants where they're served mamaks. Roti, of course, means bread, and Canai is from the Malay word to roll dough thinly. In a little while, I'm going to tell you about my first experience having Roti Canai, and it was in KL. Today I'm going to go to 5 different mamaks near me and sample their Roti Canai and see which one I like best and what's better about each mamak than the other. I'll be so interested in hearing your opinions about it too, and I'm sure you'll have some. Before we get started though, I wanted to tell you about a fun new thing I'm doing. I'm putting an Easter egg somewhere in my videos each time to see if you guys can spot it. Now, if you don't know what an Easter egg is, it's kind of like a surprise that you hide in something and see if anybody could find. Now, in this case, it's going to be a picture of Earl Grey, my cat. And many of you know him from his own videos here and from his guest appearances on my channel. But see if you can spot him. He's going to pop up in some unusual locations. It won't always be in my apartment. So see if you can find him, and then put it in the comments below at what point in the video you saw it. I hope that'll be fun for you. So let's get started and go to the first of the 5 mamaks that I'm going to sample today. So I'm not going to go in any particular order with this, but I'll start with one really close by called Palita. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, it's on a busy corner in Ampang Point. It's open 24 hours, or 24 jam. I think that's how you say it. I've been there a couple times before, but never for Roti Canai, so this morning was the first time I've had it there. It was quite busy when I came in, and it took a while for the waiter, for me to get the eye of the waiter and for him to come over and take my order. But after I did, the food came really fast. The Roti Canai was warm and fluffy, and it tasted quite good. I liked all the curries that came with it. One was very spicy, one was more like a dal, and the third one, I don't know. I wish someone could explain to me how they decide which different sauces to put on your plate. Now, this was the second time I've received my Roti Canai all cut up into little pieces. I think that probably helps keep it fluffy, but I also think that it makes it get cold much faster, and I prefer it to be warm. So the place is clean enough. It wouldn't win any awards for cleanliness, but I didn't feel like it was dirty at all. They did give me a napkin though. Anyway, I'm not sure how this one's gonna rate. I don't think I'm gonna rate them 1 to 5. I think I'm just gonna tell you which one is my favorite at the end. But I would come back. That's a good sign, right? Oh, and the price. The price for 2 Roti Canai and a Nescafe ice was 5 ringgit 57 cents. An odd number, I think. This next one I found thanks to one of my viewers. They had mentioned in the comments that they were going to Q Bistro. Now, I hadn't seen it before, but I did notice it on Grab Food as an option, but their menu on Grab is so uninspiring. It just had list Roti Canai and other things. It doesn't have any pictures or anything. So I'd never ordered from them. Anyway, I figured since one of my viewers was going out of their way to go visit it, the one in Ampang Point, I thought I would give it a try. I found it easy enough, although it's the farthest from my apartment, but that's not saying much because it's really only another block away. Well, I have to tell you, I was impressed with this place. It's lovely. It's much more like the name says, a bistro. It doesn't seem so much like a mamak to me, although it is. That's what they serve, mamak food. But the tables and chairs are really nice. It has a nice tile floor. Just the whole ambiance is very more upscale than your typical mamak. They have been in business since 1968, so I guess they know what they're doing. One of the cutest things they had there was a robot. Robots that deliver your food. Now, I'd never seen anything like that before. Now, my friend Jill in Penang told me that they had robots at Sri Ananda Bhawan, our favorite Indian restaurant there. But when she took me and her girls there, they didn't have robots, and we teased her and acted like she was out of her mind. But then I had to show her, when I found this place that had them, that they do exist, and she wasn't crazy after all. The roti canai was tasty, but not fluffy. I had chicken with it this time, and the chicken was kind of dry, but the curry that came with the chicken was just amazing. I found that to be the case anytime I get the chicken with it. I only got one roti canai, so I realized that wasn't really enough. And plus I wanted to see the robot bring me some more food. So I ordered a roti cheese. Now I'd never had roti cheese before, and I liked it a lot. Now it's not gonna be fluffy because they put the cheese in the middle, and that's naturally not gonna let it be fluffy. But it still had some crispy edges, and I like that. So, the cleanliness of the restaurant, excellent. The staff was friendly too. Would I go back? Yes, of course. But, one caveat, it was the most expensive that I have seen. Now this comparison really isn't that fair because I did have more than I had at the other mamaks. I had one roti canai with chicken, one roti cheese, and one Nescafe ice. And the total was 21 ringgit, which I think most people would agree is a lot. But it was good, and like I said, I really like the ambiance, and I will be back there. This mamak is right across the street from my apartment. It's called Restaurant Tirupati. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, I put the name up here, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. Tirupati? Maybe. Anyway, I wanted to try this place for a while. I walk by it all the time, and it always seems pretty popular. I didn't get a real friendly vibe from this place, but it was okay. Very, very clean, I will say that. And the buffet looks nice too. When I walked past the buffet, I saw they had curry pup. I love curry pup. You probably think it's cute the way I say it. So I ordered one roti canai, two curry pup, and Nescafe ice like always. I was a little thrown off by this because the roti canai came so quickly they couldn't possibly have made it fresh, and it showed. It was all cut up like the other one at Palita. That wasn't the real problem. The portion was tiny and it was cold. It wasn't even lukewarm. So I was disappointed to say the least. The curry puff were delicious, but alas, they were also cold. The place was clean, the food was okay. Would I go there again? Probably not. The price for one roti canai, two curry puff, and one Nescafe ice was 5 ringgit 50 cent. That's pretty good, I'll say. So I'm gonna take a break here and tell you about the first time I had roti canai. I was on a cruise of Southeast Asia in 2008, and we had a day trip to tour KL, which of course I'd never been to before. The tour took us to all the major sites of KL, and they stopped to give us a snack near Merdeka Square, which is a charming area of KL that I want to cover in more depth in another video. We went to the Merdeka Square mamak, and I was like, what's this? It looks so interesting. Oh my gosh, as soon as I tasted it, I was in love with roti canai. I didn't know when I was ever gonna have it again though. So when we got back to the US, I amazingly found a restaurant in Bethesda, Maryland, near where I live, called Penang. Now, it had pretty authentic food, as Malaysian food goes for the US anyway. So I thought, well, I'm gonna give it a try. And their roti canai is really good, I have to say. They also have all the staples like char kway teow, things like that. But the problem with that place is the price. Whoa, you won't believe it. The roti canai is 20 ringgit. And a serving of char kway teow was 50 ringgit. I think people would fall over dead if you tried to charge them that here in Malaysia. Just an interesting aside here. The tour took us to KLCC, of course, as any tour would of KL. And I was standing there in front, admiring the towers, and I looked up across the street and I saw this amazing modern condominium. And I actually thought in my head, I wonder what it would be like to live there. And can you believe it, like 7 years later, I was living in Malaysia. How's that? You just never know what life is going to bring you. I also bought this beautiful candle holder at Royal Selangor in KLCC for a souvenir to take back to the US. Well, it traveled back to the US, and now it's traveled back to Malaysia, where it's on my coffee table as we speak. This one is probably the closest to my apartment. It's just across from Susie's Corner, and just across the street from Polita. I'm not going to attempt to say the name here, but I'll show you here on the screen. It seems to be a pleasant mama, although a little noisy because it's so close to the big highway right next to it. So this seems like a real traditional mamak to me. The waiter was quick and efficient, took my order, but I thought it was funny because he went over and punched my order in a computer on the wall. Not exactly like the old days, I guess, but efficient. The roti canai was good, but not fluffy. You know I like it fluffy. And the curries were good, but one was like maybe a really spicy, sweet sambal. Now I think everybody makes their own sambal, so it's all gonna be different. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, I thought the sambal was a little too sweet for me, but the dal and the curry were good. This mamak is very clean and has nice tables and chairs. I like the tabletops on this much better than Polita. So, would I go back to this mamak? Absolutely. It's clean, pleasant, and the food is good, but I have to say, it's not gonna win the award for the top roti canai, in my opinion. I would go there again, though. Oh, the price, yes. For 2 roti canai and Nescafe ice, it was 6 ringgit 50 cents. That seems to be sort of a typical price. Okay, well I saved my favorite mamak for last. You all who follow my channel have seen it before. Hush, okay. Oh, he just wants, come here. He wants to make an appearance, I guess. Come here, okay. Say hi to the people. Say hi, okay. Don't bite me. Go lie down. Anyway, I've gone to this cafe, no! Excuse me. That was uncalled for, but he attacked me violently. As I was saying, I've gone to this restaurant, Namaste, many times. So it's probably not fair. Their rating's gonna be pretty high. But I think the roti canai here is fabulous. It's fluffy and delicious. I love their curries. And one day they put some sambal on the side, and I loved that too. I'm gonna ask them to do that again. But actually, this is roti canai just the way I like it. The place is a little worn out, I have to say. They could use new tables and chairs. But it's just a nice homey place, and it's like just a neighborhood hangout, really. And I enjoy going there. Would I go back? Oh, absolutely. I'll go back probably 2 or 3 times a week. And what was the price? The price for my roti canai, 2 roti canai, and iced Nescafe was 6 ringgit 50 cents. So pretty typical price. So which one was my favorite? Okay, I'm gonna have to say that as far as ambiance and just having a nice feel to it, I'm gonna have to go with Q Bistro. I know they have other locations that I'll check out, but they're probably all good. But the winner of my favorite roti canai in my neighborhood is Restaurant Namaste, my neighborhood hangout. What a surprise, huh? I hope you've enjoyed this tour of my neighborhood mamaks and my search for the best roti canai in my neighborhood. Please leave in the comments any ideas you have of places that I have to try that have the best roti canai, but I'm not sure I can find one better than Restaurant Namaste. I'll tell you that. Thanks so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. It really means a lot to me. I'm gonna have a lot more food-oriented videos coming up because everybody in Malaysia loves food, don't they? So that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed it. Did you see the Easter egg of Earl Grey? It's not when he attacked my arm, I'll tell you that. But put it in the comments if you found it. I really appreciate you all watching my videos. I have more for you soon. Talk to you later. Bye.
Get